A1-7. The topic that I will choose is alternative theory and differential association reinforcement theory. The first topic that I will discuss is alternative theory. In alternative theory, they have a table of content. The table of content is first, alternative theory, behavior concept. Second, alternative theory, isolation, anonymity, and anomy. Third, differential association reinforcement theory by Ronald Akers and Robert Burgess. Last, types of differential association reinforcement theory. What is alternative theory? A theory which attempts to integrate psychological and sociological concept of criminality state that crime rates are high in group, where social interaction is characterized by isolation, anonymity, and anomy in behavioral concept. This alternative theory combination of psychology and sociology. When we say psychology, it is study of mind and behavior. It is concerned with the treatment and understand of human behavior. It attempts to bring about the required change and modification of this behavior related to the mental and emotional state of a person. For example, experiencing stress from schoolworks and getting shocked because you have a low grade. And the other one is sociology. Sociology is a study of society, patterns, and social interaction. It is study of societies and how humans act in groups. For example, in crime, how they criminal move and act and how they commit a crime. First is isolation. The state of being in a place or situation that is separate from others, the connection of being isolated. For example, in jail, the woman prison is isolated from the man prison. Second is anonymity. Describe situation wherein the acting person identity is unknown, where writers have argued that nameliness, though technically correct, does not capture what is more contractly struck in context of anonymity. The most important idea here is the person be non-identifiable, unreachable, and untrackable. The condition of being anonymous here are the people with hidden identities. Third is anomy, introduced by Emil Durkheim. Social condition that occurs when a society previously common norms and values disappear or disintegrate. Technically cause people to feel lack of belonging and they are disconnected from the society. It is lack of usual social and ethical standard in the individuals or group, absence or norms which cause people to be lack of belonging and they're disconnected from society. As you can see, isolation, anonymity, and anomy are all negative traits of human. Therefore, people who are poor no personalities, dehumanized, and have no ethical standard are all vulnerable for criminals to make them gain something and reduce being caught by the police. In conclusion to that, the alternative theory is relation to crime causation focuses to the criminals where they choose the most vulnerable target and have with higher gain than lose at the same time. This theory is just like the rational choice theory of Cesar Beccaria. So now let's proceed differential association reinforcement theory. In this theory created by Ronald Akers and Robert Burgess, it is the procedure involving two or more physically different behavior. One behavior is reinforced while other physically different behavior are extinguished. It is also punishment may be used to decrease one behavior related to the another. When we say enforce, it is strengthen and enhance, while extinguish is destroy and remove. What it has to do with crime on this part of differential association. Reinforcement theory is relation to crime. According to Akers, people are first introduced into deviant behavior by differential association with deviant peers. Then through differential reinforcement, they learn how to reap reward and avoid punishment in references to the actual anticipated consequences to give behavior. Burgess and Akers stated that from the time an individual is born, they are being accustomed to the rules of society. Individual learn gender role through the interaction with their parents. So there are different kinds of reinforcement, but first, reinforcement refers to command, control, and encouragement of you. Reinforcement is not just about negativity, we have positive and negative effects. Positive reinforcement is when you are rewarding stimulus if delivered following a desired behavior or response you wish is increased. For example, a child raises their hands and teacher provides verbal praise. Is raising your hands and call you the child the verbal praise. Is the added reward the increase, like the hood is child would raise their hands again in the future. While the negative reinforcement is used to remove and reduce an advised side stimulus following a desired behavior or response you wish to increase. Example, here is a child who's struggled with attending to worksheets successfully attend 45 minutes with no problem behaviors. The teachers then provides the student with a short break from the short worksheet to negative reinforcer. In the break for the worksheet, the break is used to increase the likelihood of the child attending to the worksheet in the future. And now we have 4 forms of differential reinforcement. First is differential reinforcement of incompatible behavior, which is the reinforcement of behavior which are incompatible with the problem, or inappropriate behavior that where behavior which is the child cannot be doing simultaneously. For example, the behavior to replace is spitting the individual while receiving reinforcement for engaging in drinking, talking, and having a their lip closed, because all these behavior are incompatible with spitting. Next is differential reinforcement alternative behavior. Is the reinforcement of behavior which are served as alternative to problem inappropriate behavior, especially alternative means of communication. Example is the function of the behavior to ultimate escape. The individual will provide with reinforcement anytime he requests a break. The third one is differential reinforcement other behavior, also known as omission training, produce an instrumental conditioning produce, in which a positive reinforcement is periodically delivered only if the participant does something other than target responsible. Example in school, teacher says that her child does not engage in kicking her pigs or she will receive reinforcement. And the last one is differential reinforcement of low rates. The reinforcing of periods of time in which the child exhibits the behavior at rudimental laser rate. For example, a student who frequently requests the teacher check his work while he is working on it. The teacher will provide reinforcement if he is only asked work to be checked, otherwise before submitting it.
Now, I want you to remember this quotation, that whatever you decide to do, make it sure it makes you happy.
I hope that you learned something from my reporting. And again, my name is Kishali Amora from BSc 1-7. Thank you for watching.